Some sort of cage.
So it would seem.
That crystal could use a dip in the pond, don't you think? We're overdue for a visit to the cleansing pool, aren't we, brother? Gulon, left flank!
Yalpa!
Some sort of cage.
So it would seem.
That crystal could use a dip in the pond, don't you think? We're overdue for a visit to the cleansing pool, aren't we, brother? Go on! Left flank!
Cage the creature. It will lure the drake. Enemy behind you, Kratos! Cage the creature. It will lure the drake.
Effective. And unpleasant.
Let us return to the dragon's den.
How about dessert?
Do not.
Careful, the scales! Get back!
Kratos, I see something.
Look who made progress finding lean words. Don't go on now, ring time, show the boss what you got.
There he is, the man who tamed Gar.
Look here.
1,000 congratulations. This one will be trouble, I can tell. All of the little ones are now safely settled in their new home. You have my gratitude.
Might have done it sooner.
You sought the dragon's offspring. Why?
To alleviate my heart-rending loneliness, of course.
Oh, that was awfully forthcoming of you.
I normally wouldn't be so candid, but it appears that Anxious Squirrel has learned a thing or two from you about, what was it? Not caring about how others perceive you? So I will permit you this one glimpse of my weakness.
To require others is not a weakness.
My goodness, I had not expected such emotional intelligence from one of your... girth?
I do not care.
Oh, well, this was a delightful conversation. Say, while I have you, any news on the stag front?
Your stags are returned.
A completist. I approve.
Incredible! The 9 realms are no longer in horticultural danger. I cannot thank you enough, but perhaps this will suffice. Arrogant believes he has evaded punishment just because you fixed his blunder. He is sorely mistaken, of course. He will be in a remarkable amount of trouble. Once I figure out how to punish someone whose narcissism renders him invulnerable to all forms of emotional warfare. But putting all that aside for the moment, is there anything else?
I knew we'd left something behind.
Very fierce. Too deadly. Oh, what can I do for a goddess? Now go show it off.
It fits.
Woohoo! Looking good! Ragnarok armor's on the house. We'll call it a commemorative piece.
I look forward to exploring Alfheim and not having to fight elves.
Oh? What makes you think that's an option?
They've united, haven't they? What possible reason would they have to attack us?
Sorry to say, but there are still plenty of elves out in the Barrens eager for conflict.
But why? Freyr united them. They fought together at Ragnarok.
For those who have spent their lives in combat, peace is not always an option.
Lassa
Nicely done. All of Gram's handiwork has been fixed.
Good. I am glad.
Well, how about that?
Atreus would be happy to know we'd tied up some of his loose ends.
Perhaps we should let Hrasvolgar know.
Perhaps.
Freyr. He forged a piece.
Of a sort.
Wish I could have seen that.
I'm sure he wished the same.
If you'll excuse me, I wish to pay my respects to your brother. In my own way.
Of course. Let's go, Kratos. I feel bad for the Asgardians, and even worse for the Midgardian refugees. Learning the god they indebted themselves to didn't care for them at all. Such profound betrayal.
Aye. Their homes will not be the only thing they will be rebuilding.
The creature Atreus heard. It lies out in the desert.
Wonder what it could be. Most of the larger beasts of Alfheim have long been dead.
My brother would have known. Freyr loved this realm.
And the realm loved him in turn. Still does.
I'm sure he blamed me.
That was not your fault.
I know that. But I can't fault him for wanting to protect his family. Even at the cost of plunging this realm back into war.
We should be able to reach the barons up top. Once we find a way past this hive matter.
What are these tendrils?
Part of the Dark Elf Hive.
Far different from the hive I remember as a child.
Alfheim's changed a great deal since then.
I suppose we all have.
Wait a bloody moment. Is that?
Thor's hammer. And his daughter.
I'll make you proud, Dad.
Well, good for her.
Howdy, y'all! Welcome to the desert!
Atreus heard a creature in pain in the desert.
Well, sure. Might not look like it, but there's loads of life out there. Just gotta know where to look.
And where would that be?
No idea. Best of luck, though!
Appreciate it.
Ragnarok armor's on the house. We'll call it a commemorative piece. Wanna talk for a spell?
Gulon in Alfheim?
And sled trained by the looks of it. Most unusual.
I've never seen such obedience in Gulon. There is some kind of magic at work here.
Regardless, it should make desert travel downright pleasant. Were it not for a beetle sandstorm. Any particular direction to find your wounded animal? Or are we just enjoying the weather?
How do you hope to find anything in all this?
Perhaps we find a cave first to catch our bearings? A tempting treasure chest! Damn the sand!
Look there! An entrance to the caves!
Is that a Bifrost trail in the sky up ahead?
More stragglers of Odin's army await.
I believe that was the last stronghold of the Aesir.
So, Odin's oppressive ways have finally ended.
Are you satisfied?
Yes. Perhaps the realms may finally find peace and healing.
This cave extends underneath the desert.
Aye. A refuge for the Dark Elves by the looks of it. One of the few remaining now that they're barred from the temple. Perhaps we'll find Atreus' wounded animal down here.
Lead the way, Kratos. I trust you to not get us lost underground.
Yelpa!
These poor elves, blinded by hate, lashing out at everything and everyone for their fate.
They will not listen to reason. Combat is unavoidable.
Oh, trust me, I know. Still, I wish it were not the case.
Patience. A virtue or a threat?
Depends on the reader.
This creature Atreus heard, why wait until now to free?
It was not a priority.
We were too busy attempting to stave off Ragnarok to indulge in any desert dalliances.
Nay. I imagine Atreus would have enjoyed a quest to free an injured animal.
Yes, he would have.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to twist the knife.
You did not. Atreus has chosen his path. I trust him to be safe.
Enemy behind you!
Cover! The wee bastard's about to explode!
I wish I had your confidence with my own son when he was Atreus' age. Baldur craved adventure, but with the words of the Norns repeating in my head.
Your worry consumed you, as my rage once did to me.
You overcame it, eventually.
Thanks to Atreus. And his mother.
Yes. Perhaps if Odin had loved his children as much as he loved using them, both would still be with us. Kratos! Are you okay?
That's showing him.
Atreus reminds me more of Freyr in his youth than of Baldur. His sensitivity, his compulsion to help any and all in need.
That is his mother's influence. Despite all attempts to train him otherwise, Atreus was eager to help lost spirits or run errands for the dwarves during our travels together.
Faye's influence runs deeper than that. Why do you think you're the one assaulting a cave full of hostile dark elves to save a wounded creature?
Watch your right!
Excursions like this once served as training for Atreus, or an excuse to gather resources while testing his abilities. But I made him a promise. His voice as my guide.
And his voice told you to come out here?
He would approve. Strange, that means more to me now than it did before he left.
You've said it yourself. Atreus takes after his mother. His approval is her approval.
Nightmare on the left!
A Hofgufa. I haven't seen one since I was a child.
Great Gefyun's ghost! That's the largest bloody half-goof I've ever laid eyes on.
That howling sounds familiar.
It's the Song of the Sands. They don't normally sing like this underground.
That must be the cause of the storm.
Aye. Judging by all this hive matter weighing it down, it's been trapped here for dozens of winters.
There must be a way to cut it loose.
I'd wager that there's nothing here a well-placed throw of the axe can't solve.
That helped. We've cut it loose, but it can't seem to escape.
Much of the hive matter is gone. We can free it from the surface now.
How in the realms did they capture such a large one?
Halfgriffers are known to burrow, so I'd hesitate to place full blame on our Dark Elf friends.
Even though it's bound by their hive?
Hive matter doesn't belong to the Dark Elves, any more than the light belongs to the Light Elves. It's just another of Alfheim's natural resources. One the elves have used since the time of their ancestors. And while the Light Elves seem keen to banish the hive over on their side, the Dark Elves make effective use of it out here in the Barrens.
But if this is true, are we doing more harm than good by destroying this hive?
You wish to leave the creature enslaved?
No. Freyr would have wanted us to do everything in our power to restore this realm. We will free it.
Here! You should be able to cut this part away and free the half-goofa!
Never imagined I'd see a half-goofa fly again. Can't believe the lad missed this.
The storm is gone. The Song of the Sands has returned to Alfheim, albeit somewhat diminished from how I remember it as a child.
Atreus will be glad to hear it is no longer in pain.
You look forward to telling him.
One day. Yes.
You gave him a gift, allowing him to walk his own path. I know that wasn't easy.
I know you cared for him as well. You have always done right by Atreus.
He is the best of us.
Well, nice to be able to have a real conversation out here for once.